Recently, I wrote a post about responding with praise and trusting in the midst of the seasons and circumstances least warranting of it. I wrote about pursuing peace when common sense says it's least likely to be apprehended. I wrote of combating anxiety and fear with hope assured. Each day since, I've found myself floundering in these areas, truth be told. The walls seem to be closing in, while all measures to counter them have appeared to fail. Fear and doubt have become the constant companions where hope and trust once were. Just when I feel I can't bear yet another defeat or disappointment, the waves seem to crash all the more. Isn't it appropriate that my morning Bible study would lead me to John 6, wherein Jesus, the deliverer, walked upon the waves? How the disciples must have strained at the oars amidst the tempestuous sea as the surf slapped their craft around with impunity. The adrenaline must have been coursing through each man as he battled the potentially overtaking elements. Surely their strength would give way at some point. Though they struggled with all their might, it was not what brought deliverance. For here, in the midst of the storm, strode the Savior, saying to the fearful men, "It is I, do not be afraid." It then states that the disciples willfully received Christ into the craft, and immediately they were at their destination. Christ was there to bring deliverance, yet it was his presence intertwined with the disciples' willful acceptance that yielded said deliverance. Turning focus to Messiah and accepting him into their lives and circumstances accomplished what their aching arms and human resolve alone could not. What a message for such a time as this. Countless other examples of Christ's faithfulness in times of trouble come to mind. Peter stepping out of another boat in faith amidst another tempest. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego emerging from the furnace untouched by the flames. The biblical accounts and personal testimonies go on and on. That is the God we serve and the Savior to whom we submit. I would love to be able to say that I've responded to my proverbial tempest in such a manner, but as is true with you and I and Peter and Elisha and countless others, we still have this temporal flesh to deal with, along with an adversary well-versed in pushing our buttons most effectively. Even as I pen this post, the battle lines are swaying to and fro, yet though the battle rage, the campaign is already complete and the days of the adversary are numbered. In all tribulation, we have a way of escape and the means of victory. His name is Jesus.